Elijah and I couldn't wait to start sailing. We went to Alpena Harbor to meet with Stephen Fletcher. He is a U.S. sailing instructor and taught us everything we need to know.
Steve has been teaching skippers for at least 25 years in Alpena. He trains them to be competitors of the sport and helps to advance to the collegiate phase of sailing.
Steve's passion for sailing began over 60 years ago, and he isn't letting a little breeze throw him off course. This is a year-round hobby that puts a smile on his face.
Our intention is to give them a lifelong sport, and we've done that in a great number of cases. So I say when we're not really teaching sailing, what we're doing is we're hooking them on sailing, and they'll love it the rest of their life. They may not be able to play football or ice hockey all their lives, but we have a number of sailors in our fleet here who are more than 60, and we sailed against some who were way more than 70 over in Sheboygan, Wisconsin in the North American Championships. So it goes on for a long, long time.
The teams can practice as far out as 1.5 miles from shore.
But traveling miles beyond the harbor can be difficult to return back to the docks.
That's why the big American flag off the bank marks the spot. No matter how far away you are, those stars and stripes wave sailors and their direction toward home.
Well, the skipper calls the shots, and
So he's a skipper.
and then the
skipper.
poor proletariat down in the crew does all the work. It's the same as life.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
The flag's
that
going
means
that way.
we got to pull the sail in.
When it starts shaking like
It's
this?
talking to us, and it's
The sails are talking to us. Steve, I'm getting scared.
You're doing good, Elijah. You're doing good.
I think he's got it. So what are you thinking so far? Look at this.
Oh,
Look at how brave
standing.
this is. Look at this.
It took a lot for me to stand, but I made it. I made it. I'm the skipper. I'm matey.
Okay.
And this is the tiller that I'm holding right now.
Yeah.
It controls where we're going.
Yeah.
You think I'm ready to get my boating license?
Well, maybe not just right away. If this were easy, everybody'd do it.
There's blue skies in the sun.
We can't voyage the second largest Great Lake in Michigan without talking about those buoys. They're markers for a number of shipwrecks buried beneath the surface.
The fact that there are so many shipwrecks out here on Lake Huron and we get to sail right next to them is an amazing experience.
Now, you obviously have a passion for sailing. Where does that passion stem from?
Well, like these kids, I started sailing sailboats at about, I was probably 9, and I'm still doing it some years later. And it's been a wonderful 60 plus years of doing it, and I love sharing this experience with these kids.
Sailing right before sunset made it all worth it. The colors in the sky were beyond beautiful.
Sailing isn't as easy as you think. That's why it takes a 3-person team to navigate the waters.
The key to picking up momentum is to understand wind speed and wind direction. The wind pushes air into the jib and mainsail, which are made out of a synthetic material to keep things moving forward.
But in order to know where you're going exactly, that's where the helm comes into play. Bigger sailboats steer with the wheel, but ours doesn't have one.
There was an arrow at the very top of the boat, and depending on which way it pointed, told you which way the wind was blowing.
So we're teaching racing on these boats. I've got to tell you that group of kids that I have out there, if we were racing with them, they'd be just beating us, just unmercifully. Yeah, we teach them, take no prisoners. We want them to know that he can win or she can win, and they can. That is not a proof racing technique.
Nope.
We sailed back to the docks knowing way more than we did, but we're still not professional sailors just yet.
It was so much fun being on the water out in the open air of Lake Huron.
Can't wait to take on another Pure Michigan adventure.
See you next time on Field Trip Friday.